Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to today's AFK journey video. So in today's AFK journey video, we're going to do an updated Dream Realm guide, more so for the gap for the free-to-play players from the early to late game transition, because I do have a series of Z-Best Dream Realm boss guides on the channel. So those are my most viewed videos where I cover the endgame meta strat, the endgame free-to-play strat, as well as the free-to-play beginner strat. But I think there's a gap where we are lacking the free-to-play transition or the transition stage. So I guess people want that benchmark to see whether or not they are doing good or how they are faring in terms of damage based on where they are. So in today's video, as well as the video in the next 3 days, I'm going to release a Dream Realm updated guide for that gap, for those of you guys who are into those kind of stuff. And at the same time, I want to take this video to clarify a few things before we start. So yesterday I posted a community post with regards to like advices as well as video suggestions for free-to-play players, and then I got a few comments, right? I'll link up in the description down below. If you guys want to go and see it, you guys can go and see it and drop your feedbacks for future video ideas. So I think people misunderstand me in a sense, like they think that I'm playing on a PTR server. Yes, I play on a PTR server, but that is for my PTR accounts. I do have a global account over here, and this is known as Zeeebo. So Zeeebo $0 over here, right? This is global server S1. As you guys can see on the bottom right hand side, we are at 6,846k power. So if you see this old man looking avatar called Zeeebo, that's me. Okay, this is my global server account, my only one, and it's one of the most competitive servers. So in terms of, I think, the conditions for a free-to-play account, this server is probably one that's really realistic. You're in a server where there's a lot of spenders, so how do you play your way up as a free-to-play player? So I have a whole slew of videos, right, for my free-to-play account update called the free-to-play account update series. So we have the 7-day update, we have the 14-day update, we have the 21-day update, and we have the latest 1-month update. So with every major power spike or new content unlock, I'll do a featurette for this account. So moving forward, I'll include that all in a playlist, and I'll link up in the description down below. So if you want a benchmark for a free-to-play account, if you want to follow through with my free-to-play account adventures, you guys can follow that playlist. Okay, so that's for the free-to-play account clarification, some pointers. And then next one, they have a new updated final push event, or rather like just a simple boost to your resources. So based on my current progression, I'm at 979. So we are supposed to get 20,000 gold per hour, 22,000 EXP per hour, and then 1,933 arcane essence per day. So so sorry, weather's not really good, so I have a lot of phlegm and overall not a bad body condition. I mean, not a good body condition. So based on the rewards, right, as you guys can see, right, from the final push, we're getting a bit more gold, we're getting a bit more EXP tomes, and we're getting a lot of hero essence. So this will definitely help you guys, for those of you guys who are still stuck in terms of growing your units. So I made a video about assuring you guys for Song of Strife. I'm pretty sure with this boost, right, with all the quality of life updates, as well as all the codes that they will be giving moving forward, reaching level 240 as well as finishing the game in terms of the chapter 4 series is definitely doable. So you guys can definitely be assured on that, because this is effectively doubling your hero essence, is doubling your speed of upgrading, because essence is basically the bottleneck for most players right now, right? So being able to get double essence reward is simply amazing. Like you can level up like 2 units concurrently at my stage per day. So I think I'll probably finish AFK challenge in the next 3 or 4 days based on the current rewards and progression pacing. And from there, I will do a featurette, right? The only CCless F2P content pusher that finish up the F2P challenge over here. Yeah, honestly speaking, you really don't need CC, guys. Just my daily CC bashing. Right, she's just sitting down here. But anyway, let me just unlock this chest. I have this chest over here. Let's give my tank more damage. And let's equip my tank. Okay, so I ramble a little bit, but let's continue back to today's goal, or what this video is about. So this is currently my best team setup for Croaker. So depends on, okay, most of the time for Dream Realm, I'll say use your best tiered units, because the tier of unit really matters in terms of increasing your damage output and increasing your survivability. At the same time, I'll say like play around with your units, right? If you have a few units that are very good for Dream Realm, for example, let's say if I have Ciccia, right, I put Ciccia here, But since I have a high quality melee, I'm going to use a higher quality melee. So if you, in your case, you want to use CCR for the stats boost is also fine, depending on who you have, depending on how your team shapes up, depending on whether or not your team can survive. Just feel the units which are strongest for you. So I don't think I need to explain too much for Torrent, because you need him for the insta kill for the front line. Then we have OD, Smokey, and Coco for the Mauler buff, the 3-1 faction, 10% boost. I run merrily, but sometimes I also run CCR because there's a little bit of RNG factor in terms of the survival part. So having additional stats help with surviving in most cases. So if I could fulfill more factional bonus, I'll do it. But in the current situation, my merrily is the better tiered unit, right? Because it's mythic, it's 190. So comparing her to CCR, right, in terms of power level right now, if you click on the units, merrily is 130,000 power, and then CCR is like 90,000 power. So obviously you use the stronger units to give you more damage. So play around. I think I'll also showcase it with CCR, right? I tried to do it with Kruger, but I think for Kruger's case, because my main DPS is OD, so Kruger's debuff doesn't benefit OD as much, although it benefits Torrent as well as Coco and gives me increased survivability. But in terms of the setup, I will usually use this. I'll probably showcase another run with Kruger in the team to see whether or not the increase in factional bonus can give me more damage. Although I did try it previously, but it didn't work. So let's just do it. We'll start with merrily first, and then we'll do the Kruger switch. Okay, so we'll start the battle. I'll explain the positioning as well. So the reason why Smokey is here is because I want to benefit as many backlines as possible with his heal and the buff. And as you guys can see, 4 of my units are getting buffed, and when he used the ultimate, Torrent is also getting buffed on the front line. Okay, so throws out the bubble. Okay, first ultimate on Torrent done. So Torrent passed away, first life gone. So for this setup, there's a little bit of RNG in a sense. Your supports might die more easily because you have lesser HP stats compared to when you use CCR or Kruger. So later on, I'm gonna do another run with CCR, and I'm gonna do another run with Kruger to show you guys the difference in damage. So for this case, I'm praying on the fact that, you know, the boss RNG is in my favor and that my units can survive longer. So merrily, being the higher tiered unit, can do more damage. But unfortunately, I think my Coco died really early. So this is the damage output. Okay, right, so you guys can see that merrily is doing quite a chunk of damage. In fact, half damage of what OD is doing over here for this account. So next, I'm gonna showcase the damage run with CCR. So for CCR's case, right, CCR will give me a boosted factional bonus right over here. So boosted factional bonus, like I mentioned multiple times, gives you more attack as well as HP, which allows you to survive better, right? So let's try with CCR in this run. So same setup, don't need to explain too much. Everything is on 2 times. You guys can see how the units battle for yourself. Usually when I do dream round, if I have the best team setup, I'll just run on auto. Click on battle, right? Everybody's set up there, and then I just battle like 3 to 5 times. Then if I have the time, I do 10 times for the affinity stuff, and we are done. Okay, so over here, as you guys can see, CCR died as well, very early, unfortunately. So this is the thing about, I'll say, like, just retrying sometimes, because a creep from the boss can easily kill some of the weaker units. So in the case just now, I think Coco sort of died earlier. But if let's say Coco didn't die, I think I should be able to beat my personal record on this account, which is 22 million. Okay, so with CCR in the team, the rest of my units are getting more stats. Hopefully this 3 unit can survive long enough for me to hit the 22. Oh, cannot. Yeah, the boss is hitting too hard based on the current situation. So that's for CCR's case. So my best damage run was with merrily as the carry, where my units managed to survive long enough, but this is the damage distribution, as you guys can see. So CCR ain't doing as much damage compared to merrily. But Torrent did more, because I guess Torrent had more stats buff to do more damage. But overall, my team died earlier, so the damage output is a lot lower. Okay, so let's start with the last run. I'm gonna do the max 4 Mauler buff. This time around, I'm gonna put Kruger here, I think. Yeah, maybe here. Okay, so Kruger is giving the 4 Mauler buff, which is the best stats I can get on this account. So usually for me, right, this will be the 4 transitions I have, because these are my best units. So always play with your best units. Okay, if you have a very strong wilders core, then try to do damage with your wilders first, and if it doesn't work out, then you switch to the optimal dream realm units. Because for the transitional phase, right, it doesn't matter what units you use, right? Some units, right, they are meta units, but without the stats, they are not meta yet. So if you don't have like Merely, OD, Corin maxed out, they are not strong enough yet, then just use your strongest unit. Do whatever gives you more damage, basically, right? Do whatever is the best for what you have, and that is what my transition guide is about. So for this case, right, with the additional stats boost, Kruger allows my team to survive a little bit longer. Coco get off the ultimate, so I think we are surviving better, and we are probably breaking our best damage, as you guys can see. Yeah, we're definitely breaking it because it's 22 million plus. Yeah, so do the... oh, we didn't break it, unfortunately. But yeah, this is basically the best damage range I can get, right? So this is 22 million. So as you guys can observe, right, we survived longer, so that all our other units are doing more damage. And in this case, Coco is doing more damage as well because of Kruger's physical defense debuff. Okay, so that's basically it, right? These are the 3 setups that I use. In fact, I think in the next few days, you guys will see these units, maybe with a little bit of variation here and there, to showcase how the transitioning for the Dream Realm boss damage looks like. Okay, 22 million. Hopefully this is something that you guys are up to me with. And thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.